what makes the universe of 40K so compelling? So to you, what is special about it?
What I fell in love with it for originally was how grimdark it was. I loved it. It allowed your imagination to run wild. And with that, it was you had these great images that were all black and white. It showed these huge battles that were going on, and all it made you do was ask more questions. What's going on? Like, how would you even survive a war like this? What kind of other terrors are out there, so to speak? And because of that, the universe feels so much larger than it really is, I would say. And I think that's what makes Warhammer 40K great. And I think the more that you expand the lore, so to speak, there's not necessarily a wrong to do that, but it's how they do it. Like, let's say with the Primaris Marines, I think that was expanding the lore in a way that was unnecessary. It was more of like a shoehorn of new lore into it. Oh, by the way, there's these dudes have been locked up, and this guy's been trying to make spacier Space Marines the whole time. I think that becomes lazy writing. I think stuff like the Necrons, in my opinion, I actually really enjoyed the older Necrons because the Catan seemed so ridiculous, so strong that they enslaved an entire race and wiped out basically the old ones and the enslavers. Like they did so much stuff back then. You had Catans that were just eating worlds, they were eating suns. It's crazy. And then it's like now they're reawakening. How is the Imperium of Man going to survive this? This seems impossible. And then they just throw all that out the window and they're like, oh, by the way, they rebelled against the Catan. They're all shards. They're no longer slaves, and they just skip around and talk in English accents now. And I'm like, I think that just lowers the value of the lore, in my opinion. Now, I won't say that it wasn't popular. It's very popular, the new Necrons. But personally, I didn't fall in love with the Necrons for that reason. Because some dude walks around with an English accent collecting things, I'm just like, I don't get behind it. And it just starts to become less and less grim dark, in my opinion. So when it comes to 40K, that's what it'd have to be. The grim darkness, the mystery inside the universe, it just makes it feel a lot larger.